Eu sou Lia da beira do mar. Morena queimada do sal e do sol. Da ilha de Itamaracá. Quem conhece a ilha de Itamaracá, nas noites de lua prateando o mar, eu me chamo Lia e vivo por lá. Cirandando a vida na beira do mar, cirandando a vida na beira do mar. Uma falta de silêncio do mar. Eu amo a falta de silêncio do mar. Odoiá, odoiá. Na maré seca eu deito. Na maré seca eu deito pra levantar, pra levantar. Eu amo a falta de silêncio do mar. Odoiá, odoiá. Eu amo a falta de silêncio do mar. Odoiá, odoiá. Na maré cheia eu canto. Na maré cheia eu canto pra levantar, pra levantar. Na maré seca eu deito. Na maré seca eu deito. Odoiá, odoiá. Odoiá, odoiá.
I went to see someone about my pain. And he told me that I had to meet the warrior at the edge of the sea. Do not carry anger that is not yours, says El Brujo. And just like that, the sand is a quiet prayer rug under folded knee, deep washed ashore, rain passing the cheek, a lick of salt from the lip, longing for the wide arms of wind. Woozy and restless, I rushed toward the deity of living sea, horse of my heart, running to the teacher of tides, wet whisper of all that swims, breathing beneath blue watercolor. I'm here to heal my hurt. I fall into the black mermaid of miracle and pearl. I bury my face in the chest of the ocean, weeping for the voices remembering me. God of cerulean scales and gold fins, temper of turbulent rivers roaring, cleanse me of sadness and sorrow. In this grandest lakes, lagoons or streams, yeah, my yeah, yeah, my yeah. I offer you papaya, coconut and cotton flower, deep labyrinth of worlds sunken under, lady who levels the land, queen of Atlantis, Dwaraka beneath Arabian Sea, the spirit of death, the mapless mountains inward, how light goes to rest, vanishing in the opaque largest body without borders. Lines fade, nations navigating fishing boats filled with dreams that never dock. Guardian of the glistening ancient graveyard, ghosts gossiping without tombs, fortune teller of shivering shells soothing these stranger times. I do not know which ancestor gave me this rage, but I am ready. I am ready. I am so ready to lay it down. I'm ready to lay it down. Ashe. Me traiga sus bendiciones, me libre de todo mal, reina del mar, madre de Changó, guerrera de mi corazón, bendice a cada oyente, bendice.
Ashabami Yemaya, Oro Binila Yemaya. Hey, Wawomoya Kota, Eleseke Osun Yemaya, Oro Binila Yemaya, Oro Binila Yemaya. Yemaya, Oro Binila Yemaya. Shabami Yemaya, Oro Binila Yemaya. Hey, Wawo Moya Kota, Eleseke Osun Yemaya, Oro Binila Yemaya, Oro Binila Yemaya. Yemaya, Oro Binila Yemaya. Oh
Thank you all for sticking with us. Thank you for that. So I want to introduce these amazing people who performed this beautiful dance for us. So we have the lead dancer of this piece, Natalya Janay Shoaf, who is the artistic director of Jaloom, a pre-professional dance company for teens, who has been choreographing since she was 9 years old. Yes. We have the lovely and talented Jamaica Rodriguez, a wonderful young dancer who is here and amazing at just 17 years old. Yes. I know. And last but not least, Miss Laura Elaine Ellis, true Bay Area dance royalty, who is the co-founder and director of the African and African American Performing Arts Coalition, as well as the co-founder of the Black Choreographers Festival. Yes. So, let's get into it. Let's talk about the story behind this work and how it came to be, and what happened 2 years ago to spark this.
Hello, everyone. Again, my name is Natalya Janay Shoaf Bethley, and I'm very humbled and excited to be in front of you all today. This began 2 years ago, and it was a part of a piece called Origin. It was an attempt to narrate and define my origin story. It really came from a desire to one day not only just tell my kids where I'm from and where we're from, but to show them through various ways, and one of the ways I know best is through movement. And so I went on a search to find that for myself, like where it stemmed from wanting to have a sense of belonging. So that's what you saw today in the beginning, called Origin, from sand to sea.
And what's interesting about it is, so the beginning for me of this was I came into my office in December and I had a little invitation on my desk, and I opened it. I'm like, who is this from? What's going on? And Natalya had found me and invited me to her show. And I went to her show and I was blown away. I was like, she is phenomenal. She's amazing. And I have to have her in the museum. And so I approached her afterward and I said, hey, would you be interested in taking part in MoAD Mix, which is this event series, which is the first in-person, this is what you all are attending. Normally this is a virtual event. And so she agreed, and I said, I have this idea, we have this work in the museum about Yemeya. And we have this behind us by Gustavo Nazareno, who is an Afro-Brazilian artist. And we have one on the second floor by an artist called Harmonia Rosales. It's called Creation Story. And so that ties in beautifully with this idea of origin and, you know, where we come from. So it was this beautiful sort of kismet, us meeting, you know, you reaching out like that and attending that show and this coming about. So that was the origin of this for me.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'd like to ask how the themes of water as vessel, memory, ancestry, and feminine energy speak to each of you.
Is that my friend? You really had to take that in. Oh, you want
Yeah,
me
I have a little tickle in my throat. So I feel like water has just always been essential. I mean, and how many times do you have an ailment and someone's like, did you drink any water? So water's just very powerful in itself and very potent and healing, and it transmutes everything. Sometimes I'm drinking water and I'm like, has Buddha drank the same water? Because it's all connected. Water is very connecting. And so water is just a very natural element for me to connect with. It's something I've always connected with since I was a baby. And I just feel like the water. It just feels very natural for me, so it's a natural starting place.
I love the part about memory because I grew up in Southern California, and the beach was just part of my upbringing. So also learning Haitian culture and movement, also part of that upbringing, with the Arwanda Lewis African American Dance Company. Outside of Ailey, it was the longest and all-black dance company on the West Coast. Then came Dimensions Dance Theater. So also I grew up in that company as well. So memory, right? Like the idea of Yemaya, the idea of water, that's all connected to my youth. The ocean connected to my youth. I love this question because my sort of engagement and learning and growing up in the idea of Haitian culture, Brazilian, Cuban, and the different Orishas, but particularly Yemaya, has a very powerful impact on me and my upbringing.
I think as life goes on, we kind of get stuck on the things that aren't as important. And I think it's really important to remember what gives us life and what keeps us going. So at least for me, when I dance, I embody water a lot. I oftentimes picture myself through the motions as if I was going through water. And growing up, I grew up in an Afro-Cuban tradition, so water, again, it comes up in deities, it comes up just as the creation of everything. Everything comes from water, so it's really important. Thank you.
That's beautiful.
So my second question is, what can art, performance, and gathering in collective spaces like this one do for us in times like this that are so chaotic and so uncertain? And when we are thinking about a deity like Yemaya and the sort of the nurturing, protective element, but also that fierceness that can create change, can transform. What does this all? What can that say to you?
I'll give Natalya and Micah a little bit more time, but mine is pretty simple and straight out. We know what's at the center of the word heart, right? Art. It is core to who we are as people. It is core to our humanity. You don't have civilization without people that look like us and without art.
Yeah, what can art, performance, and gathering and collective spaces do for us right now?
It will invite us to slow down and be present and remember that if we have our breath, we're okay. That's what it makes me feel like. Every time I stepped in to make this work, I was so anxious before because I felt like I hadn't prepared enough or done enough to prove it ready. But every time we came into rehearsal or I came into the process, it asked me to slow down and to know that everything has been arriving for this moment. So I would say that these opportunities that gather us are supposed to slow us down and to bring us to equilibrium. To chill out.
And to connect.
And to connect.
And to connect.
I think, sorry. They're like Q&A, and I was like, oh my gosh, what do I say, guys? I think, honestly, for me, dance has been my main form of expression for most of my life, and I think I feel really understood when I get to perform in front of an audience. I feel like I can be my true self, and especially like performances like these, it's very intimate, and it kind of brings everybody together naturally because you have to get closer and you have to be involved and you have to be present and really taking in what's happening in front of you. So I think that dance is really important, especially to bring together the community.
And I remember a quote from Catherine Dunham who says, "You don't need language if you have dance."
Yeah, that was part of it. The movement together. You know, we're meant to, again, emulate a wave. You know, we're all part of this one body, and we have to remember that. This was meant to be a reminder of where we come from. You know, we all start in water. But being able to just embody that togetherness. And, you know, we don't all go at the same pace, and we all can't arrive at the same time. You know, some people came in after, and, you know, sometimes we miss things, but, you know, it's meant to be sort of this real-time thing where nothing is perfect. It's not perfect, but we all got here, and we're all here. We're all together. We're sharing this space. You know, we got to experience something that asked us to slow down, you know, asked us to think a little bit about what it was we were seeing and how it is we're feeling, and to, you know, to check in with ourselves and one another. So it was important for me to be able to create space. We don't have enough space these days. Where do we go? Where do we share like this? So, what guidance can the energy of Yemaya, which is feminine, nurturing, and powerful, offer all of us right now? In the midst of everything, you know, when we think about wars being started, and we think about people not having enough, what can that energy offer us in terms of guidance, do you think?
I think, especially right now, it's important to remember your individual strength and not let what's going on in the world make you feel small, because it's really important that right now we all come together. And just like water, like you have a cup of water, it's not that scary, and then you go out to the beach and the waves are just fierce, and it's like, oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's really important. I also think that Yemaya, she has the power to be smooth, to be calm, but she also has the power to be fierce and be strong and really make her presence known. So it's about knowing what to do with yourself and your own power. Yeah.
And then there's nurturing yourself and nurturing others, and caring for self and caring for others, and finding place of rest, because even the ocean has moments when it's quiet and calm, like Yemaya, when it's just rocking and it's just rolling, and it can lull you to sleep. And then there's the turbulence. And if any of you grew up in a household with a black mom like I did, you will know that too, like can be caring and hold you tight, but don't play because you will be corrected. It was called attitude adjustment, so that you are always self-aware. It's about self-awareness, and knowing that you have a place at the table, in the room, no matter the walk. And when you walk into that space, you walk in with all of the lineage and all of the legacy and all of the pride, not the prideful stuff that has ego, but the pride that gives you courage and self-confidence. And I think Yemaya possesses a lot of that power and mother love.
I really hope that what we offered here tonight gave you an answer to that question.
Yeah, you know, just like Jamaica said, you know, you can have a glass or you can have an ocean, and we each are a drop in that ocean. We each have a part to play. We each have this power. Where does your power lie? What can we each offer in the collective? it's no person has nothing to offer. So it's about finding that and seeing how, what's our ripple effect? What action can I take? What words can I say that lead to something that ends up building like a wave? So, Laura, can you talk to us a little bit about the concept of Sankofa and how it's pertinent to you or to this work?
It actually is living and breathing in what we are here. Really, our journey has Sankofa. Looking back, meeting Natalya, was that 2017? 2017, right? And just connecting and becoming mentor-mentee. And then this incredible opportunity to be in space with you, Michael, is so powerful. So looking back, here we have an incredible future, progressive, moving forward. And then I was talking to Monetta earlier today, this 20-year anniversary that's happening.
That is our CEO and our executive director, for those of you who don't know.
Monetta, yeah, right. 20 years of MoAD, 20 years for Black Choreographers Festival last year. The incredible Monetta White was there year one for Black Choreographers Festival and really helped us to get off the ground. So looking back, and now where we are today, this is full circle. So Sankofa has this power of being both in the present and then all of the power and impact of what's come before and all of the grace and power of what's to come. And to me, with these 3 generations of artists, I get emotional. I'm starting to tear up. I feel like we are really presenting that in this work. And when I walked into the first rehearsal, I felt the power of Sankofa, that we come to this moment because of what's come before, and it only matters if it's influencing what's to come.
All right, last question. So it really stood out to me when the both of you would go to a door and there was this moment of pause. And I'm not sure what was that reverence, but what was the meaning of thresholds in this piece?
It was to pay homage to evolution and transformation. So through each room, I transformed, and then we transformed, and then we all came together and we transformed.
And you couldn't even see me come through the door because no one was here, but I entered the room as Yemaya, or at least honoring Yemaya, not as the deity of the Orisha, but honoring. So even though you weren't in the room physically, the energy and spirit that you were to bring into the room, I came through that threshold transformed as well, just as so that there would be continuity. And it's important, so thank you for mentioning that.
It's important to know when we're transitioning into a new phase. I think so often we get stuck feeling that we're still in the past when actually life has moved forward for us. And so I think in my own life I've just been really noting where I'm at, and it's so different than where I was a week ago or 3 months ago or 7 months ago, but sometimes my mind will revert as to who I was back then. I'll be living in that same kind of orientation as opposed to actually living today. And so honoring the day and the threshold and moving through doors is a way for me to be present. As I was making a lot of changes in my life, I would say a mantra every single time I walked through a door. So for like many months, I would say this mantra every time I walked through a door, because it's just opening. It's like a metaphor for something opening and you transitioning to another side. Yes. So that's the metaphor. And then also choreographically, because that's where my mind started, and just someone who's describing the architecture of the space and also bringing you on the journey. Like, okay, here we go, new room, get ready, new thing. It's also something as simple as that. Yeah.
I kind of saw it as like entering different depths of the ocean. Like I feel like as the piece went on, it kind of got thicker in a sense, like the movement. Also, there's different forms of water. There's rivers, there's lakes, there's ponds. So it's kind of felt like it was really honoring those different forms by just entering, like, I don't know, I kind of was like a little portal, you know? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah, I felt the portal feeling as well, and I love that all of you got to take the journey with us and come through those same doors. It was really powerful when I was sitting here and watching you come in. It was hard, again, not to tear up and to stay in character, because it was incredible to watch you two and then the community just, right, possess. You all just did your procession, you know, into the doorway. It's very powerful. Processional. That processional, community processional.
So yes, that makes me think about our own thresholds and sort of how we surpass where we might be. What do we need to do? How do we need to think? How do we need to change in order to get to that next place? Because right here, right now, this can't be it. This can't be it. So what's next? What do we do? What mantra do we need to take up in order to get there, to that next position, that next spot, that next room, right? That next level. So now we can open it up to a few questions or comments or anything that you all would like to share. But afterward, we do ask that you all go down and continue to enjoy our DJ, have a drink. If there's any food left, you might have some of that. But yes, anybody with anything?
I just want to thank MoAD and thank all of you, your artistic vision, and every unique part that each of you played. The synergy of your energy was so artful and so unique. We will not convene like this again, ever. This is sort of that Buddhist idea of, having this tea right now. And I have been feeling very isolated and just needing more spaces like this. And so it's such a gift. It's sort of simple, like a museum in a city in the United States. You would think it happens all the time, but it doesn't. And so I just want to say thank you.
My comment is, you talk about Yamaya, and as you say, you came into the room, no one was here. And as we think of that, we always think of water, but we never think of clouds. So it's more like you weren't here, but you got range into the environment.
Beautiful. I love that.
I just am so humbled to be a part of this experience. I really believe that what you have done tonight is really a testament to the name of the Museum of the African Diaspora. So you have touched on the diaspora in a way that has touched me in a deeply meaningful way. Not just because Jane Maillard is my godmother, and I was surprised to see her being honored in this way, but the unapologetic way in which you honored her, regardless of who was going to be in the audience. So I just say thank you to the museum for being brave enough and courageous enough and authentic enough to do the work that you're doing. So thank you.
Hello, ladies. Thank you so much for your artistry tonight. And thinking about, and when we're thinking about this Orisha and we're thinking about how she taps into a lot of motherhood and nurturing, I'm wondering if you can speak to either your mothers or mother figures in your life, or what type of nurturing that you tapped into to bring this performance here today.
I think I have the need, the want to just name them. And so, Evelyn Freeman, Edith Wynn, Awanda Lewis, Catherine Dunham, Deborah Vaughn. Those are powerful, powerful women that have really carried me and supported me and modeled for me what it means to be culture bearers and leaders in community, and create something that is bigger than self. All those women did that, and I'm so grateful for them.
I just want to say shout out to my mom. She's right there. My mom is one of the strongest, powerful women I know. And her ability to create such emotional safety and intelligence and raise me that way has allowed me to be here and be able to express myself this way in front of a bunch of people I don't know. It gives me the power, and I feel like just knowing that she's there for me, like I feel like I'm a better person. But I also want to say, especially in the times that we're in right now, I went into this wanting to really embrace my culture that I grew up with, and feeling like it's really important, even this small space, it's really important to be loud and to be proud about it, especially when they try to silence us. So I did this for my mom. I also did this for my dad and my grandparents and my aunt that are in Cuba right now.
I'll also name my mother, Darcel Vanessa Smith. I felt like she taught me how to be gentle yet firm in the same breath. My grandmother, Joanne Harris, as well as my great-grandmother, Olin Smith. I felt like they just knew how to embrace you in a way that made you feel safe enough to grow and to traverse this life. And Lori Elaine Ellis, girl, don't start, has been just everything for me while I've been here in the Bay Area. So I couldn't imagine making another dance without her.
Oh, yes, in the back. Yes, last question.
Who is it? Oh.
Thank you so much for being here. Before I ask my question, can we all get a round of applause for these amazing dancers? Your performance was so moving, and I have seen you perform before, and it's powerful every single time. And so I just have a question for you all. How do you, when you brought this performance into this space, you have the Orishas as planets behind you, you had the beautiful pieces downstairs. How did you feel performing in a space that's been decorated with all these deities?
Yes. Adorned, right? Go ahead.
Laura said adorned. And supported. I felt like what I was doing actually made so much sense in context. And it felt so much richer than being in a black box. It felt so much more empowering to, as I was walking to see these figures by my side, I felt filled with strength, inspiration, hope. a sense of, I could see myself reflected on the walls, and it was amazing. It's powerful.
Yeah, she said it's just an exquisite exhibit, and every single moment, and to me, has Sankofa too. We were talking about this, like, you're looking back at the history and culture of these orishas, but look how contemporary the expression is. And that was resonating with me so powerfully in what we were doing, because we were also taking movement that quotes and honors tradition, but was completely in a contemporary artful expression. And hopefully you were seeing the respect and love of the culture coming through.
I just felt really honored. Like, the first day I came in here, I looked at all the paintings and I was like, wow, this is gonna be amazing. Like, we get to dance with art surrounding us, and it kind of added a lot of layers to the piece. And I think it's really beautiful to be able to see that sort of representation, but also painted in a very elegant and fierce way, and not just all the trauma from the past. So I think it's really beautiful to be able to create an image and a memory, and to remember like this, you know? So yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Natalya. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Jamaica. We invite you all to head back downstairs for more music, have a drink.
Thank you all for being here.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.